Now we'll try and desolder some old parts. I have here an old circuit. This is the circuit of emergency light, I guess, but I'm not sure. So I found this from the junk. Now you can see this over here is the result of bad soldering. I haven't done this. I found it just like this, but I left it to show you guys. Once I'm done with the desoldering part, and I'll be revealing the big secret of soldering. Okay, when you're working with such type of boards, you can't just go ahead and desolder things. Just keep clean. If there are any dust particles, just wipe them off. And use your third hand. And first of all, you need to apply some solder before desoldering it. So just like that. If I directly go without applying some solder, it is hard to melt the solder from the old component. See how much time it is taking and still not melted. Try another. Not melted. We'll apply some flux. A little more than a second. Now if you have anything like the soldering part which I showed you in the start of the video, like this one, you can easily desolder this. Just melt them, hold it a little closer once it is melted. It's a most of the solder from the part. But if you don't have any access to such pumps, don't worry guys. Just go ahead, melt the joint. And take them apart. So whenever you're working with the old boards, just apply some for solder first and then desolder that component easily. Okay, here comes the biggest reveal. The biggest secret of soldering is the right temperature. You cannot solder when your soldering iron is too hot, and you cannot even solder when your soldering iron is not hot enough, because in both cases the solder will not stick to the tip of the soldering iron. See, you need to keep the soldering iron tip clean. Every time you're soldering. Throughout my session, I did not purposely clean this tip, just to show you guys. this is what happens when you do not clean your tip. It's all black. That solder does not stick. There's just single one point where I've been working, and only at that point the solder sticks to the tip. Okay, the iron I'm using is the old traditional one, which uses nickel chromium wire for its element. And I selected this one because this is the very first iron you can get easily at every supermarket. And whenever you're working with such irons, it gets either too hot or this one is 60 watt iron. So it gets too hot when I'm working. So I made something specially for this iron, and that is the biggest secret. Let me show you quickly. I have here 3 sockets. This one is the soldering iron I've been using. I'll keep this one aside now. Okay, I made this custom board for this soldering iron special. The switch here is marked as series switch. This one is direct, and this switch here is linked with this dimmer. This is the potentiometer used for fan speed controls, and I've been using this for my soldering iron. So as you saw, that my plug was into this socket, and I was using this dimmer for speed control. I will show you real quick with this multimeter. I'm setting this on AC 500 volt. The board is live. This one is the power light I used, and my DMM has 3 prongs, 2 black ones, 1 with alligator. I added this for ease of use, and the red one like the traditional dogs. Okay, direct. First we'll go with the direct one. And we're getting 227 volts right now. And the series one, guys, I can show. Okay, first go to the dimmer, and then I'll show you the purpose of the series switch. Now I'll set this to minimum, as you can see, minimum, and then it goes to maximum, and then it turns off. So I'll start from the minimum, and we're getting 185 volts at minimum. And slowly, if I turn this up, 192, 198, 200, 207, and then 0 volts. So you can easily use such dimmers, such potentiometers with the soldering irons, which uses resistive elements, and nickel chromium wire is the resistive load, and you can use them for lowering the voltage and temperature as well. Now as I have turned this off, I can use this simple mesh to clean this. Whenever I will be working again, I'll simply use this mesh to clean it off. And last but not least, the series switch. If I can show you with the wires. I'm cutting this. As soon as okay guys, do not do this in front of children because it is risky for them. They might do something like this. This is a warning, because this one is the special design series switch. If I do this thing, Then okay, I have this bulb at back side of the board, which is the series switch. I use this for my testing purposes. This is a 220 volt bulb, and it's linked with the series switch, the direct one, and with the one. This is my all-purpose board, which I mostly use. This one is the bulb, series switch. And if you guys are interested more about this working board, let me know in the comments below. Okay, this was the major secret, the secret which people does not show you, or maybe they show you but we cannot understand properly. The two secrets, the first one is the flux which we used, and the second secret is the right temperature. Whether you use the small whether you use a cheap soldering iron or the expensive one, the key to perfect soldering is exactly the right temperature, guys. Right temperature. And if you're one of those guys who thinks that buying some extravaganza fancy equipment to start soldering is the only thing, well, guess what, you are wrong, because you can easily solder perfectly with the cheaper ones. So for this purpose especially, I use the one with the very basic soldering iron, which is available at every local markets. So I hope you guys understand and you guys learned something from this video. Other than that, this is Salim and you've been watching DIY Teartronics. Goodbye for now.